Have you ever read something, just a short piece, that felt super personal, but also somehow just clicked with a bigger idea?
Hmm.
That's kind of what we're doing today. We're diving into a reflection from a creator about a specific video they made.
Yeah, a really specific source.
Exactly. It's about filming a video called A Grandfather and Grandson Golf Bond.
Hmm.
But here's the thing. We're not really talking about golf techniques or, what camera they use.
No, not at all.
It's about why they filmed it and the meaning the creator themselves put on it.
Right. And that's our mission here, really, to look at this very personal story, grandson, grandfather, golf, and pull out something universal of that connection. How does deliberately documenting a relationship, especially across generations, make it feel so significant, so profound?
Yeah, how does it become more than just a home movie?
We want to understand the choices behind why the creator called this one their most cherished piece of work.
Okay, so let's start unpacking that. The source material is pretty clear. This video was made to kick off my new series called One-on-One with Kai.
And that name, One-on-One with Kai, it immediately tells you something important, doesn't it?
Yeah. What does it signal to you?
Well, it's not accidental. It's not just hitting record on your phone randomly, one-on-one. That implies focus. It suggests depth, intimacy even.
It really does. It's like saying, okay, we're zeroing in here.
Yeah, exactly. It sets up this expectation for the people in the video and for anyone watching that this specific interaction, this relationship, is getting the spotlight.
Right. No distractions.
Yeah.
You're not trying to capture a whole group dynamic or a big event. It's stripping away everything else to just focus on the connection between these two people.
And that framing, that deliberate choice before you even start filming, that already gives the whole thing more weight, I think.
It's intentional. You're creating a specific space for that relationship to be seen.
And that intentionality, that structure, it sort of elevates it, right? From just like capturing a moment to maybe creating a kind of emotional archive. By making it the first episode, the creator's basically saying this relationship, it's foundational, it's important enough to build on.
Okay, so that's the frame. What about what's inside the frame?
Yeah.
The content itself. The creator says the point of the video is so that everyone gets to see the bond we have, the grandson and grandfather.
So the relationship is the story.
It's the main event, the plot, the theme, everything.
But here's where it gets interesting, and you picked up on this earlier, the setting. The source specifically says the bond is visible, especially on the golf course.
Right. And that's the question, isn't it? If it's all about the bond, why single out the golf course?
Couldn't they just, sit and talk, film a conversation over coffee?
Exactly. Why does the golf course get the emphasis? What does that specific activity do for showing the bond?
I think it provides a kind of rhythm, a structure.
How so?
Well, think about golf. It's not constant action, right? It's not like basketball.
No, definitely not.
There's a lot of waiting, walking.
Exactly. There are these moments of intense focus, the swing, the putt, but then there's all this downtime, the walks between holes, the cart rides.
Ah, okay. So the space between the action.
That's where the relationship can really breathe, It's structured time, there are rules, there's a short goal, even if it's just getting the ball in the hole.
Yeah.
But within that structure, you get these natural pockets for conversation, for silence, for teaching, maybe even for shared frustration.
Like a ritual. The game itself creates opportunities for the connection to show itself.
Precisely. The golf course isn't just a background. It's almost like a stage that facilitates the interaction in a specific way.
It forces certain dynamics to play out. Patience, maybe. Guidance.
Yeah, and shared experience.
Yeah.
It makes the bond visible, tangible, recordable in a way that just sitting and chatting might not.
So the activity itself becomes the vehicle.
Mm.
It makes the abstract idea of a bond something you can actually see unfolding. It's kinetic. It's not static. You're filming them doing something together that embodies their history, not just talking about it.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Now let's get to what the creator actually felt about the final product. This is where the personal value really comes through. They say, quite directly, "This is my favorite video I have filmed so far."
And that's a huge statement, isn't it?
It really is. Think about it out of everything they've potentially made.
All the projects, maybe some technically complex, maybe some that got lots of views.
Right. And this one, the one capturing this specific family bond in this specific setting, this is the favorite.
It completely shifts what success means for a creator, doesn't it? It's not about metrics or technical skill.
It's about relational resonance, the feeling it captures.
I think so. It suggests the process of making it, the act of focusing on that relationship, was deeply fulfilling in itself.
But why? Why did documenting this connection feel more valuable than anything else?
Well, maybe because it wasn't just a job. It feels like an act of preservation, almost reverence. You're taking something precious and maybe a bit fleeting, that dynamic between a grandparent and grandchild, and you're intentionally giving it a more permanent form.
Creating an emotional legacy, like you said earlier.
Yeah. And the choices, the one-on-one format, the golf course, they weren't arbitrary. They were deliberate decisions about how best to capture and honor that specific connection.
So the value comes from the alignment between the subject matter, which is deeply meaningful to the creator, and the intentional way it was captured.
Absolutely. It wasn't just what was filmed, but how and why. And this is really underlined by the next bit. They also say the video holds a lot of meaning to me.
Right. The emphasis is internal. It's about the creator's own connection to the work.
The meaning isn't primarily for the audience, though they might connect too. It's rooted in the creator's experience and the love for the subjects. The relationship itself imbued the creative act with significance.
Okay, so if we kind of pull all these threads together, what have we learned from this little snippet? It seems like there's a kind of formula here for creating work that feels deeply meaningful, at least personally.
Yeah, I think we can see a few key things emerging.
First, there's the power of just being intentional, setting up a structure, like the one-on-one with Kai idea.
Right. Structure and intentionality. That focus elevates it beyond just a casual recording. It says, this matters.
Okay.
Second, the importance of the right container or vehicle. The golf course wasn't just scenery, it was the narrative vehicle.
The activity itself provided the rhythm and the space for the bond to actually happen and be seen.
Exactly. The setting or activity needs to facilitate the thing you're trying to capture. It needs that structure, that ritual.
And third, it's about where the value lies. The creator found the most value internally.
Subjective valuation. Success wasn't measured by likes or shares, but by the deep personal meaning the project held for them because it captured a cherished relationship.
So structure, the right vehicle, and personal meaning. That seems to be the core of it.
So thinking about this for, anyone listening.
Yeah.
What's the takeaway? Whether you make videos for a living or just want to capture moments in your own life.
Yeah. What does this tell us?
Well, it makes a strong case for being more deliberate, doesn't it? We often think meaningful moments are just spontaneous things we happen to catch.
Like a lucky photo or a quick video clip.
Right. But this suggests that maybe the most powerful memories, the ones that become our favorite captures, are the ones we structure.
The ones we give a specific space, a dedicated time, maybe even a recurring activity to anchor them.
It's like raising the bar on how we think about preserving emotional connections. It's not just about documenting, it's about intentional framing.
That's interesting.
And it leads to a question, I think. For you, listening, we all have those relationships, those shared activities that have a certain rhythm, right? Maybe it's cooking Sunday dinner together. Maybe it's that annual camping trip. Maybe it's just walking the dog every evening.
Activities with their own built-in structure.
Exactly. Activities with those moments of action and those moments of downtime, just like the golf course. So, the final thought is this. If intentional structure helps create the most meaningful content, what shared ritual or activity in your life already has that narrative potential, that stage waiting for you to recognize it?
Where could you apply that focus to capture something truly significant?
That shift from just letting moments happen to intentional structuring how you capture them. That might be where you find the deepest meaning.